Hey guys, Micah here with TactiCalifornia. Thank you so much for tuning in to How to Get a CCW in California, Part 3. All right, How to Get a CCW in California Without Just Cause, Part 3. So excited to bring this to you guys. You guys have been so patient. My viewers, my subscribers, thank you guys so much. Honestly, you have really put up with this, okay? You've been on this journey with me and I appreciate that. It's been about 10 months since I turned in my application July 14th of last year, okay, in 2015. I just did my interview on May 26th, 2016. A few things have changed, especially since after the San Bernardino terrorist attack. The process has been elongated. They don't want it to be that way. The Ventura County Sheriff's Department wishes they could bang these out faster, but they're not going to risk handing out CCWs to people who shouldn't have them, I should say, in order to bang out faster results for all of us who do possess good moral character and everything we need for a CCW. So, thank you to the Ventura County Sheriff's Department. Let's dive right into this thing. So my personal investigator called me directly, okay? Called me directly from the Ventura County Sheriff's Department. He said who he was. He explained why he was calling, and he told me some things I need to bring, and I'm pretty sure these are things you guys are gonna wanna make sure you have ahead of time to bring with you. So the first thing you're gonna need to bring with you is a lease agreement or a rental agreement of some kind, something that verifies your address, okay? He'll tell you specifically exactly what he's looking for. I told him I rent, so he asked me to bring a lease agreement, okay? Makes perfect sense. He doesn't want the whole thing, he just wanted the front page. I don't know if that's every investigator, if that's just this one, but yeah, he just wanted the front page of my lease agreement, and I completely understand that because then he doesn't have a huge stack of 21 pages that he's going to put in a file. The second thing he asked me to bring were two utility bills, copies rather. I brought him a copy of my electric bill and a copy of my gas bill. Again, I don't know if that's to verify your address. I don't know if that's to try to establish good moral character, that you're paying your bills on time. I don't know. I do not know. I can't speculate. All I know is he asked me to bring them, so I brought them. Now, a lot had changed since 10 months ago, including my job. For those of you who don't know, I used to be a plumbing contractor's apprentice, and then I started working at a gun store as a sales manager. So when he called me, he asked me, hey, do you still work for the plumbing contracting company that you work for? I told him no, and so since I did that, he just wanted me to bring a business card for my new business, proving that I started a new job. And that's easy to do, guys. Again, if you're being honest on the phone, you'll have the resources they're asking you for, okay? So just make sure you're being honest. Now here comes something that was a little bit more personal to my experience. You guys probably won't have this, but I did. My driver's license picture is from when I was like 18 or 17 or something like that. I'm 29 now, and I look nothing like that. I've obviously gained some weight. I've cut my hair. I used to dye my hair when I was a teenager. So I really didn't look much like what my picture actually says I look like. So he was concerned about that. And believe it or not, in his investigations, he actually found this YouTube channel, found out what I look like, and said, wow, that guy's picture matches nothing. So he asked me to just take a quick picture of myself and bring that in with me to kind of, just for the file, not for my CCW, just for his little file, so that it had an accurate representation of what it is I look like. You guys probably won't have to do that, but I have changed dramatically, and that picture is so old. I should probably get it updated anyway. But nevertheless, just thought I'd share it with you guys. That was something I needed to bring additionally. Now, in the interview, okay, you go in, you say you're here for the interview, you say who's going to be interviewing you, and you take a seat. Then your investigator will call you when he's ready to do the interview. I sat down in a very small room with him, just he and he started asking me questions. He found some things that I had completely forgotten about and I had not disclosed on my application. He was able, he said it was no big deal. It was nothing major. It wasn't a crime or addicted to a controlled substance, nothing like that. I've never been convicted of anything. It was just something I had missed on my application. So he found that. Again, be honest on your application. The interviewer will figure it out. Okay, guys? It's going to help you in the long run. Just be totally open right up front. Nevertheless, so in the interview, he asked me about that stuff, we cleared it up, and then very quickly we moved on to the application. We just kind of walked through the application together. Because it had been so long, my answers actually could have changed from when I applied to the point I was being interviewed. For example, I'll just say one of the questions is, are you addicted to a controlled substance? Well, I wasn't when I started the application. I'm still not now. Let's get that out of the way. But I could have gotten addicted to those controlled substances after that application because that time period had been so long. Or another example, I said I had no contact with law enforcement officers. I don't have a speeding ticket. I don't have anything like that. But maybe I got a ticket after applying. So he wants to just make sure everything's still up to date, everything's still current. So after that, after we went through the application, he asked me some pretty common sense question, guys. I'm not going to reveal those exact questions because I want them to have the same effect on you that they had on me. But the idea behind the questions was to just make sure that you're not a crazy person and that you're not going to be a huge liability to the sheriff's department and rather an asset as a civilian who is legally armed. So just make sure that you're not going in there with some predisposed jokes that you think you're going to go over great, okay? Just answer the questions honestly, use common sense, and you'll do fine. So what's the next step? I had my interview, I turned in my application, I paid some money. What's next? Well, now I sit and wait again. Don't worry, it's not going to be near as long. I've heard that the longest this process will take is up to 4 weeks. It'll probably be sooner. And what I'm waiting for is a letter of either approval or denial from the sheriff himself. So from what I understand, and I asked this question specifically, my investigator puts a memo on top of my file. He puts that in a stack of files, and that goes to the sheriff, and the sheriff has to approve or not approve these, okay, to approve or deny them. So the sheriff will look over my folder, look at the recommendations that my investigators made, and I'll either get approved or denied. Thank you so much, guys, for being as patient as you've been. Again, this has been such an awesome journey. This was the very first video that I ever started on YouTube, was how to get a CCW part 1. And the response has just been overwhelmingly positive. So thank you guys so much. If you like this video, please go ahead and click like and subscribe to the channel for more installments on the CCW and other gun reviews and stuff like that. I'm Michael with TactiCalifornia. Thanks for watching.